You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
The showdown between Super Saiyan Yamoshi and the evil Saiyan Cumber now continues, with Cumber having to challenge Yamoshi in seeking a rival. As we last left off on the previous manga chapter video, Yamoshi had not only turned the tables against Cumber with his new Super Saiyan transformation, but had also wished for all of the remaining Saiyans on planet Sadara to be transported to planet Plant, as Yamoshi is looking to have his final battle against Cumber. But is Yamoshi's Super Saiyan transformation going to be enough, or is Yamoshi going to tap into a greater power that's going to ultimately give him the win against the evil Saiyan? As once more, before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. And if you guys love and enjoy Dragon Ball and cannot wait to see more, then be sure to go on ahead and slap a big fat like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up, along with checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where there you will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to take a minute to go on ahead and check that playlist out located down below. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Yamoshi manga chapter special, as we last left off with Super Saiyan Yamoshi having to simply toy with Cumber, Cumber seems to be at a significant disadvantage due to the fact that Cumber doesn't seem to have a transformation of his own, so Cumber is trying to do everything in his ability to simply stay in this fight against Yamoshi. But every single time Cumber attempts to do anything against Yamoshi, Yamoshi simply counters. As of course Cumber charges right in, what's most interesting is the fact that as Cumber is beginning to pick up on Yamoshi's moves, as soon as Yamoshi now is beginning to attack Cumber, Cumber is now cognitive enough in being able to dodge Yamoshi's attacks. So with Cumber and Yamoshi now having to go back and forth, it would appear that Cumber is now able to somehow stay in this fight against Yamoshi, and with Yamoshi having to stagger back along with Cumber, Cumber then puts his hands together in creating a massive energy blast in which he directly fires at Yamoshi, as Yamoshi goes on to state, if I don't dodge it, it'll infect me. So it would appear that Cumber now is looking to infect Yamoshi, and rightfully so, due to the fact that this is Cumber's plan. He wants an adversary worthy enough in battling him one-on-one, but at the same time now it would appear that Cumber wants to simply control Yamoshi by infecting him just like the other Saiyans. And as soon as Yamoshi dodges, Yamoshi then takes it upon himself to quickly move on in, as he's looking to close the gap in punching Cumber in the face. What I really enjoy here is seeing the fact that every single thing that Cumber is doing is literally backfiring right before his very eyes. So although Cumber seems to be at a point where he thinks that he has a chance, in reality he doesn't, and he doesn't seem to even hold a candle to Yamoshi now after discovering this new Super Saiyan transformation. And the minute Yamoshi punches Cumber in the face, as Cumber staggers back, Cumber then hits the rocks behind him, and it would appear that Yamoshi once again is proving the point that despite what Cumber does, he simply doesn't have a chance to win. And as Cumber bounces back, he goes on to tell Yamoshi, would I have reached my limit? As Yamoshi slowly approaches, Yamoshi then goes on to comment, give up, Cumber. This fight is a one-way fight, and this really pisses off Cumber, because then Cumber begins to channel more of his energy onto the surface in raising his power level more and more and more, and completely decimating the landscape around him. What I really find enjoyable about this is the fact that Cumber acknowledges the fact and puts into question if in fact this is his limit, and as Yamoshi told him, look, give up. You're not going to win. This is a one-sided fight. This ignited Cumber to fully go on ahead and raise his power level up so much so to where then Cumber begins to formulate somewhat of an energy blast right near his face. As Yamoshi comments perfect, Cumber then goes on to continue, I cannot lose so easily. So Cumber understands that right now this is it. He is putting all of his energy in the form of this one attack in hopes of finally putting Yamoshi down. And what's really cool about this is once Cumber fires this blast, literally everything is destroyed around him, and with the blast having to now be sent hurtling towards Yamoshi, Yamoshi stands there in anticipation waiting for the blast, as only then there is a shield that is protecting Yamoshi from this blast, and this blast literally gets scattered all over the place, and Cumber seems to be pissed. And rightfully so, because once the blast ends up scattering all over the place, Cumber then goes on to comment, you deflected my attack to stop the air raid. You give me no other choice. So that's exactly what Yamoshi did. He took Cumber's blast and instead he destroyed Cumber's air raid. All of the other infected Saiyans were now essentially destroyed by the exact blast that Cumber had fired, and I love the level of detail that the artist puts in showcasing how angry Cumber is, because Cumber then, just as we've seen in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, throws a ball of energy up in the sky and then goes on to comment, what are you gonna do about that? As finally then Cumber transforms into a giant great ape, which I will say, the great ape form for Cumber in this fan manga is really cool, as then he goes on to comment, Yamoshi, let's go and fight. And Yamoshi, all he really does is tisk, because as he looks up, he doesn't seem to be worried, in which I will say, Grade A base Cumber looks incredibly beautiful, but this is Cumber's plan, is to transform into a great ape, given the fact that right now, he can't really transform into a Super Saiyan, right? So this is all that Cumber has, and I really love how all of the other Saiyans also transform into great apes, because once Cumber had thrown this ball of light in the sky, all the other Saiyans around him also transform, so Yamoshi is stuck fighting against a bunch of Ozarus all by himself. As Yamoshi goes on to comment, only one is already difficult to manage, so an entire army? His artificial moon must be different. Only the evil Saiyans have changed, implying the fact that Yamoshi himself hasn't changed, but everyone else has. And as Cumber dashes on in, he goes on to cry out, indeed it is special. But then quickly enough, all of a sudden, something hits the side of Cumber's face, which causes him to kind of stagger back, but this wasn't Yamoshi. This was in fact somebody else, as surprisingly enough, over out in the distance, Lord Chilled is actually alive. As he emerges from the rubble, Cumber goes on to cry out, you! I didn't kill you? As Lord Chilled goes on to comment, Yamoshi, over here. We need more to eliminate the Great Chilled. You're gonna regret attacking me. As Yamoshi comments, what the hell are you doing here? Are you crazy? So it would appear that Chilled, in some way, shape, or form, wants to go on ahead and assist Yamoshi against Cumber, but it's really weird because the other Saiyans, including Kabura, go on to comment, I'll ask you the same question. We wanted to help you against Kamba. As Yamoshi goes on to ask, you're going to get killed, like what are you doing here, like it's not right. As Kabura replies, we are your team first of all, our duty is to help you whatever happens, right? As only then we get to see how Cumber is trying to attack Lord Chilled. As the Saiyans go on to comment, we know you stayed here because you have nothing left to lose. Then let us give you our last strength so you can defeat Kamba and the evil Saiyans. So while Cumber is just simply too strong to stop, I love how he's trying to attack Lord Chilled this entire time, as of course the other Saiyans are trying to plead with Yamoshi and letting him know, listen, we are going to help you no matter what because we're your teammates and we're here for you until the very end. Which of course we then get to see how all the other Saiyans begin to power up as they all go on to tell him, our nation believes in you, for the dreams of those who have fallen, and the hope of the future. Glory to the Saiyans, glory to our nation. As all of them then begin to raise their hands up in the air, they seem to be creating something in the sky as Yamoshi begins to tear up and thanking them by telling them thank you everyone, as only then he feels Sai's hands on his back as he then goes on to remember her legacy, the legacy of the Fallen, the legacy of Sai, the legacy of Natsu, the legacy of the Saiyan King, and this is what's used for Yamoshi to trigger a greater power than that of Super Saiyan. And as Yamoshi closes his eyes, he begins to remember the Fallen. He remembers the people that stood with him in this battle, as out of nowhere, for the very first time in history, we have the birth of something special. And as Yamoshi slowly begins to transform, we get to see how Lord Chilled cries out, "Take this!" in literally cutting off Cumber's tail, and with Cumber staggering back, he went on to cry out, "My tail! You little vermin!" So now we have Ozaru Cumber reverting back to base, as only then Kabura goes on to comment, "What's with the red hair and the fragile body?" as we now have the birth of the first ever Super Saiyan God. As Yamoshi comments, "The appearance of the Saiyan hero now. Take cover. Thank you for everything, but I want you all to enjoy your new life. This feeling makes me feel like I've surpassed the common mortal. I have new abilities. Okay, goodbye." As back on Planet Plant, we get to see how everyone gets transported there, as Kabura goes on to comment, "Yamoshi, you bastard," as only then the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, this version of this fan manga actually introduces the first ever Super Saiyan God, which is implied to be Yamoshi to begin with. So Yamoshi is the first person to achieve Super Saiyan God, and now it would appear that his first target is going to be Cumber, being the fact that Cumber is exponentially more powerful than how Yamoshi originally thought he would be, and being the fact that his Super Saiyan form was only able to do so much, we saw how Cumber was easily able to adapt to Yamoshi's Super Saiyan form, and now something more is required to stop him, which now is Super Saiyan God. So in case you guys have missed out the previous manga chapter videos, I highly encourage you guys to check those out down in the description box below, just so you guys can gain a better understanding as to what the heck is going on involving Yamoshi and Cumber and the Fallen King and everything that's transpired so far, because this is it. Everything that Yamoshi had been working so hard for is just about to culminate with this new power having to be unleashed. But I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you guys believe that Cumber does deserve perhaps Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 3 to even combat Super Saiyan God? What are your overall thoughts on Yamoshi being the first person in this fan manga to actually achieve Super Saiyan God? I want to get your thoughts and your feedback down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload. If of course you guys enjoyed, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. Tune back in for the final chapter video, because that's going to be insane, and seeing Cumber versus Super Saiyan God Yamoshi. And I really do hope that down the line this actually continues, because with the story and the narrative having to play out and everything that's transpired thus far, I'm really enjoying this and I can't wait to see what happens next. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. Tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes, but Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
UnrealEntGaming, but once you get video, all lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here!
Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarota!